Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Happy Hour Talks. My name is Ruth.
My name is China.
I'm Raina.
And today we have a special guest, Mr. De'Andre Gibbs. We are going to do some catching up today, see what he's got going on. You know, he's always got something up his sleeve. So we're going to check in with him and see how he's been doing. But girlies, I just wanted to check in with y'all. It's been a few months since we filmed. What are you all up to as of late?
Yeah, so I got a promotion at work, so that's been really exciting. But I don't know, I've been busy with that, with the whole transition. Other than that, I've been doing my Zumba, my mini golf, and just random activities. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still at my same job, but I've just been taking on a few more responsibilities, so that's been exciting. And I started one of the Coursera courses, and so I'm hoping to get back on track with that. But I got a little off track just because my grandmother passed away, so that was really rough on my family for a while. DeAndre was just mentioning the hurricanes, and they live in South Carolina, so it's kind of hard getting down there when all that was happening. But other than that, my family is good. We're just trying to stay close during this time. So, yeah.
Me personally, I've definitely had some new changes, but I guess I'm just kind of at I don't know, figuring it out period. So I don't have too much going on, but that's because I'm planning for some new, bigger things. So yeah. DeAndre, what are you up to?
What am I not up to, honestly? But but I mean, just really just like you said, just changes and just getting adapted. I've recently just moved down to Tampa, Florida. This year has just been just a transitional year for me. Really just going from being a student to now like just being like just a actual adult, you know what I mean? And just making just big changes in my life and understanding like life is just all about chapters. And you know, sometimes you don't want to move on from one, but it's just that's what it's all about. So honestly, like I just been working, um, working on my professional life and my business life and everything. So yeah, we're gonna get more into it for sure. But yeah, besides that, just trying to enjoy it while I can, most definitely.
So congratulations on graduating, period.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Talk to me about that change moving from Kentucky to Florida. What does that look like interacting with the people? Like, how does that feel?
Honestly, like it's a big change. Like even just driving down here, it was just instantly like stopping and like going to like a McDonald's and just hearing how people talk. Like we people from Kentucky, you would think like we really like country or something, but nah. Like the further down south you get, like it really starts. You start really hearing it, but honestly, like Florida versus Kentucky is just like it's uncomparable. Like it ain't no comparison. Like I love it down here, and I love Kentucky, but at the same time, like I always felt like my heart was down here. Like way before I was even born. But no, I forever have love for Kentucky though. Like I'll forever be back. But being here, it's just like it just gives me that feeling of wanting to like have inspiration to do more. You get what I mean? So yeah.
For sure. Are you like traveling more? Like, what's up?
I mean, I say I'm tapping. I haven't got to traveling just yet. You know what I mean? Because I'm still just getting like more adapted and established and everything. But it's really just more so like I'm tapping more into like my inner passions more. Like, and I guess it's just like from like the environment, like waking up to like palm trees. You know what I mean? Or like waking up so I can go to the beach whenever. And I ain't gonna lie, like last time I talked to you, I told you like I was gonna like be on the beach when we did the interview, but it's raining right now, so how I go. But the crazy part about it is it can rain for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and be back clear skies. But yeah, I haven't really got to traveling just yet because I'm just still just trying to just get adapted. But yeah.
Okay, flex on us with the palm tree.
Uh,
No, I'm kidding. But you did graduate as an engineer. Let's talk about that. That's a
yeah,
huge milestone. How do you
yeah.
feel?
how I feel, like honestly, like that last semester, like it just didn't seem right. It just didn't feel right because it was just like it was just an easy slide down. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, all right, cool. Like I'm taking 18 credit hours, but at the same time, like it ain't nothing. You know, like it wasn't much. It wasn't hard, and it was just like every day was just getting closer to that day, and I'm just like, man, this is actually real. So me graduating, it was just crazy. Like it was super crazy because like it was something that the president said, like how like just being that, like starting that trend of graduating. Like I am like the first graduate like in my immediate family, and just really just setting the tone for like the next generation for people to do the same. So it was very crazy. It was a weird feeling walking that stage because I honestly, like as an engineer, and sometimes you be in engineer school for like longer than them 4 years, you just get to thinking like I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So me when I finally made it and seeing like the tears on everybody's face, my mother, like my father, and everybody else, it was something that I just wish I can just relive over and over again. But it was crazy for sure, and it was a good crazy. Like it was a good feeling, a good crazy feeling. Yeah,
Congrats on that again.
appreciate that most definitely.
And with the transition, because you said it didn't feel real, has it felt that way like entering the workforce and also still trying to manage your business and all the plans you have for that?
Yeah, most definitely. Cause like my job now, like I work for a cybersecurity company, and uh, and that's like the path that I took, like going towards like the end of like my degree. And honestly, like that transition of like working like that 9 to 5, like really just it really gave me like a feeling like this 9 to 5 life is not for me for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And like and I salute to anybody that can do it, but it's just like for me, it just ain't for me for the rest of my life. Like right now, it's cool, but uh, for the rest of my life, nah, I can't do it. Like I'd much rather, just work on my business and try to like build something from there, build my legacy from there, most definitely.
What skills are you going to transfer though from engineering school to your business or your hobbies?
I say like it's I probably say like from being like being in engineering school, like it really gave me like a new passion because at first like I was thinking about just doing like software development, but I kind of fell in love with like cybersecurity. You know what I mean? And I didn't take my first cybersecurity class until like that last semester. So when I figured that out and I kind of realized like what I wanted to do as far as like my professional life, like I kind of want to become like a ethical hacker. You know what I mean? So like it really helped like with more just finding like a more like a new passion of mine. You feel me? So, but like the skills wise, it's just honestly, as far as like my business, is just being patient. You know what I mean? Like I've been patient for the past 6 years, and that's a long time. Like from 2016 to 2022, and I ain't never think I'd make it here. So most definitely being patient and just persevering. And just realizing like the storms don't last forever. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I can think of some more, but like right now, like just being just patient, most definitely.
Let's talk about that a little bit when it comes to like 9 to 5s. And, I don't even think it's a Black family thing. I think it's an American family thing where like you do your 9 to 5 and you make sure you invest in your 401k or your IRA and, you work until you're 65 and retirement. And for the next generation, as far as like putting them on game, what do we let them know? To let them know they don't have to like automatically fall into this 9 to 5 life working for somebody else's dream and aspirations. How do we like tell them and put them on game on how to not do that?
Honestly, just letting them know like anything that you want to do is possible, and like that's the first step. Just understanding like anything that you want to do is possible. Like if that's what you really want to do, then that's cool. You know what I mean? I know some people that's like something that they really just want to do, and that's cool. You know, everybody's different, but for the ones that just feel like that they're stuck in a trap, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta make some sacrifices. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it can be like a certain skill level that you can bring to the table, or if you really want to be an entrepreneur, like going through like them storms, you know what I mean, and really having to understand like it ain't gonna be easy the first couple of years. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't easy for me when I was doing like what I was doing as far as like shoes and stuff. So just understanding like what is it that you really want to do, and honestly tapping into like your inner passions and being passionate about something, then just being consistent. Like that's where you're gonna really see like the real results. So honestly, like think of like something that's lucrative, you know, like something that isn't watered down. Like I can think of a lot of different things, like reselling shoes, like that's kind of like watered down. You know what I mean? And I feel like we're gonna like talk more about that, but it's just honestly just knowing like anything is really possible. Like, cause I think like out there at those times where those people, like the people who are telling people like, yeah, you should do that, you should and stick with a company for this amount of years and invest in your 401k. You touch your first million by 70 years old, but you're gonna die at 72. Like I feel like they were more gullible. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with it. But I just feel like now we're reaching a time and we're part of a culture where it's just like we're not going for that. Like I think we see much more of like a better value within ourselves. So yeah.
You mentioned investing. In terms of the economy, things are looking kind of rough out here.
Yeah.
So, are you still investing? And if so, how are you doing that?
Honestly, like yeah, I'm still investing. I ain't never sold none. I'm still buying. It's just when you just know certain things and you're able to read in between the lines of things and piece things together, like it'll all make sense as far as every single thing. And like I ain't trying to be no conspiracist or anything, but I look at all the stuff that's going on now, like it's all like really just a movie. Like it was staged, you know, just to bring in something new because things can't be the same forever. You know what I mean? So like when things happen, like when things is new and they're trying to implement it in, like what they want to do, they want to ruin the current thing, the current thing first before they bring in something new. You know what I mean? So like not to sound like in conspiracies or anything, but I just think like a lot of stuff that's going on in the economy is just cap. You know what I mean? It's just cap. So it's just really just honestly just understanding that like once you understand like a lot of things is just a stage, then it's just like it makes more sense. But as far as just investing, it's just like you really just got to put the time in to do your research. And if you don't really have that time, that's when you can come talk to people like me who knows a little bit of something, and just other people. Like it ain't really hard, but yeah, you know, like just really just don't be scared for the most part. Don't be scared. And I mean, don't necessarily believe everybody because I mean, a lot of people who they'll just make some stuff up. But I know some people who are really legitimate. So yeah.
I have a friend that like we were talking about crypto and just how it's been like crashing, and she's like, "Girl, it's not crashing. It's just a sale right now." Do you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, it can be like I'm just like one of them people who I just can't see myself selling. Like it depends on what it is, but I'm also a person who I'm gonna buy it to not want to sell it until like it really does me something good. Like so I mean like I'm cool with the small term profits and everything. Like that's all part of it. But if I know something that's gonna bring me in like long term money, like to where I'm real cool and I'm not necessarily comfortable, then I'm gonna do that and keep on buying it while it's low. So like yeah, like it is a sales market and yeah, it'll go up. You know what I mean? But like certain things, like we got to go through like them hell stages just to get like to the good parts. So, and a lot of people don't have that type of mentality. So that's why people say, "Oh, it's just a scam. It's all a fraud." Da da da. Like if you look back in history, like this didn't happen multiple times. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I look at it.
As a young professional, how are
Mhm.
you balancing everything with inflation, your job, your business?
Just honestly, I probably say this like I balance everything just knowing that everything's gonna be okay at the end of the day. And
Okay.
like just putting in like that energy in the universe and being able to realize like it's really gonna be like that. Cause I mean I feel like there's been times where it's been some great times, like some wonderful times, like especially of my life. And I feel like a lot of people's life. And I mean, just being able just to stay afloat and understand like it won't be like this forever. You
Mhm.
feel me? And if it I mean if it so happen that it does, okay, cool. But I'm just able to balance it just by like I don't know. That's a good question because because in my job interviews and stuff, like I get asked about that, like what's one of my stressors, anything, like, and I tell them it's balance. Trying to just find balance, like with myself, um, like with my family, trying to be more present. You know what I mean? But it's just all about how you look at things and what's more important. You know what I mean? And I just be trying to tell people like in my family that like what I do is I'm just trying to do everything so we can all be okay. Like
Mhm.
not necessarily just me. So that's how I really look at it. And I mean, if it's something that I gotta sacrifice, and I gotta sacrifice like my own happiness for a little bit just for us to all be happy in the end, like I'm cool with that. I'm real cool with that. So yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, most definitely.
I was gonna say you were talking about being patient earlier. With everything that is going on, is that like still advice that you would give to someone who's thinking about starting a business right now? Like just kind of ride the rockiness out until inflation kind
Yeah.
of gets better.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I mean, patience is key. Like patience and consistency. Patience, consistency, and perseverance. Like if you're able to be patient, like you're gonna reap the benefits at the end. Then if you're being consistent, you know what I mean. Consistency is like the top tier thing, most definitely of anything that you do in life. Then just persevering, just getting through those hard times. And once you get to the end and you start seeing the light, you just that's a good feeling like man like I really done made it. So um like most definitely just being patient and just understanding it won't be like this forever. That's my main thing. And it's so crazy. I just told a guy the other day, well I think yesterday, you know what I mean, like I just told him, I said, bro, like storms don't last forever, man, and just keep going, because I mean, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of like giving up? You know what I mean? Like, you really ain't got nothing to lose. Like, so like, what's the point of giving up? You feel me? Like, cause I feel like that's like the key to like throwing away your life. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily like throwing away your life, going to jail or something. Just throwing away just that type of sacrifice. You know what I mean? Because you can sacrifice just for a little bit. I sacrificed for 6 years to get a 4-year degree. You know what I mean? And there was times where I was just like, man, this ain't it. Like I'm cool. But I kept going, I kept pushing it, so and I reaped the benefits at the end. So yeah.
What are some of the benefits you reap? So, like, what are some of your hobbies you've picked up since moving, the people you met, the food, the environment? Talk to us all about where you're living now.
Like the benefits that I reap for sure is just a clear mind. Uh just being down here and just having a clear mind and just knowing like I can do whatever I just put my mind to. Um, like some of my hobbies now, like I genuinely love just being by the water, being at the beach, running by the water. Like I love it. Like just being outside. Um, like I'm starting. It's gonna sound crazy, but like I'm starting to like I want to be a beekeeper. So like I'm trying to have my own set of bees, make some honey. What else? I mean, it's just a lot of different things that I enjoy doing. Like I'm trying to get into like cycling, you know what I'm saying? Like where I go run at is a lot of people who ride bikes, just a lot of different things, but like more so just keep on just boosting my aura, if anything, and like my vibrations. And I love reading. I love like writing. I love like honestly, I love just putting people on and just making other people happy and just understanding like I know I hold so much weight as far as being an inspiration. So like that's why I love like what I do and just love just being who I am because I feel like I hold that type of power of just being inspirational for people. And like some people probably think like what he does is just weird, but it's still cool at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because like I'm with all that. Like I went skydiving. You know what I mean? Last year, like a lot of people won't do that. You know, so that, like just being around here, around the people, good people, and everything. Like I can't trade that for nothing. You know what I mean? Like I just can't. So yeah.
When it comes to these lifestyle changes that you're making, I feel like you also talked about maybe being like vegetarian or something like that. But when it
Yeah.
comes to these lifestyle changes, has it come with the move, age, finishing school? Like, what do you think really spurred it for you?
All of it. Like like just getting older. Like I'm 24 years old. I know like we all like around the same age. And the move, like the move really boosted my mood and boosted like my grind. You know what I mean? And like that was already like a plus. Like I can like just earlier, like I went for a nice little walk by the water and just being able just to have a clear mind and just thinking like what I gotta do next. Then then just being just around the people, like it's just like it's real cool because it's just a lot more inspiration and just knowing like some of the things I don't have is still attainable because these people around me, they got it, you know, and I'm able to see a lot of different things as far as like nice houses, nice cars on the regular. You know what I mean? So I most definitely like even like with food, like the food is just is amazing down here. And I mean I'm pescatarian right now, so I'm trying to be vegetarian soon. But the lifestyle change most definitely like it's been a plus in every single category. Like it's so crazy because honestly when I move, I thought I'd miss home more. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I don't, but at the same time, like I'm cool. I'm cool where I'm at. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it's weird because a lot of people would be having like that homesick feeling, but like nah, I'm cool. Like I'm enjoying it.
I want to understand how you like became this way. Did any book change your mindset? Did you have any mentors along the way? Like, why do you think the way you do?
I say the reason why is because like it's just like spirituality. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think that's really talked about. Like even like growing up, like I always felt like I was kind of different. And like a book that I've read, I probably say most definitely like the start of it was probably like Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Compound Effect. I read a lot of books. Like the newest one I'm reading now is The Alchemist, and just like it can be books, but it more so can be just your outlook of life. You know what I mean? Like your experiences. And like around this time, 3 years ago, 2019, like I was overseas. I don't know if I talked about that like in our last interview, but like them experiences and understanding like what is life really about and what you really want out of it. And everybody wants different things out of it, of course. But I think like with me knowing what I want out of life and just it all connects to how I used to be when I was a kid. And like my mother and my grandmother tell you, like I used to always talking about wanting like money. And as a kid, like when I look back when I remember saying stuff like that. And now like getting older to where how I know how I want to get it and what I want to do with it as far as making an impact on the world and just trying to just spread the love and the energy around to the world is like my main thing. Like I feel like it's one of like my main purposes, like just giving inspiration and just giving motivation, just giving love to other people who feel like they don't have that. You know what I mean? And I feel like where I come from back home, like it ain't really too much of that. You know what I mean? So it's just I feel like this is just not necessarily like came at a point of time. I feel like it was always instilled in me and it just happened at an early age. But of course I got friends of mine who are just like the same way as me. So like we connect, like we connect like on a whole deeper level than just being just homeboys or just me being friends with a girl or something. So it more so I just feel like it's just been in me. You know what I mean? Like just one of those type situations. Yeah.
You do live in a state that was impacted by the hurricane. How was that for you?
So honestly, it was really life changing. It made me look at life like, yeah, there's something so beautiful can really take you away. Um, I was I was supposed to, like, my mother, she lives about 2 hours away from me, and she was worried about everything that's going on. So she wanted me to come down to where she lived at and stay with her throughout this hurricane because it was gonna come to Tampa. And I get there on a Monday, and she to the next day, Tuesday, like the hurricane, we was told that the hurricane curved and it was gonna hit where she lives at harder than it was gonna hit in Tampa. And like her and my stepmother told me like, yeah, you can go back. We just gonna stay. We're gonna stay here. And I couldn't leave. You know what I mean? So I just stayed with them. We just we just went through it together. But it was one of those where I was just like, this ain't nothing. Like this ain't gonna be nothing. Until I started seeing like the water rise in the streets, and I'm seeing like the news, hearing the news, and seeing like where she got hit at. You know what I'm saying? The city, like it really did damage, and like certain beaches got tore up. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Like once I started seeing the water rise on the water, like on the streets and everything of her neighborhood, that's when I was like, yeah, this ain't no joke. Like, you know what I mean? But but after like after the situation that happened, and people were asking me if I wanted to come back home, I was just like, nah, like this was my initiation week. Like if I'm doing a fraternity or something, you know what I mean? So it was just it was cool, you know what I mean? Like it was a good, I mean, not a good experience, but it was an experience that I know I was gonna run into like while being in Florida. So that's all part of it. But we made it through though.
Is everyone okay? Everything okay? Your
Yeah.
apartment? Okay, good.
Yeah, everything was smooth. It's so crazy. Like my apartment didn't even get flooded out. They like I think they lost power. But like whenever I came back, which was on that Thursday of that week, everything was smooth. But like where my mama was at, like like the water didn't like barely touch like our backyard. That's when like the winds of storms and everything like just kind of stopped. Now I went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and that water was gone. You know what I mean? So it luckily it didn't flood because they were saying like we was probably gonna get 8 feet of water in our house. So luckily it didn't flood at all. Like we was cool.
And I'm sure this changed your mentality. Like, do you prep now? Do you have food ready to go? Toilet paper,
Yeah,
water? I don't know.
yeah. Like everything. Like it really did change like the way I look, how I looked at how I was living. Like I'm about to get a generator soon. Like if I was just here in Tampa if that happens. But there's all different types of stuff. Like it was crazy. Like it really made me open up my eyes because I mean back in Kentucky like we just get tornadoes and something. That's just gonna just go right through. But like we in a certain area where we can really get flooded out or something. Like you gotta be prepared for it. So most definitely like my prep game is really about to get up there for sure.
Okay, so Gibbs, have you saw the discourse around like Coach Stormy and low vibrational plates?
Yeah, I don't know what's like. I watched a video about that, but I still just wasn't understanding it. Like, do y'all have like a better understanding of it?
Raina, you smiling? Do you?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything, but essentially, I think she's like a lifestyle coach, and from what I know about her, because I didn't really know too much about her before the video went viral, is that she is trying to coach like women to their first million or like millions, plural. And so she was selling some kind of like, I guess, retreat wellness weekend thing where allegedly she was charging $10,000 like per person to attend. I don't know what all that included, if food was included, but I know on the video that went viral, she was talking to another person that she had coached in the past, but was just kind of at the wellness retreat thing. I could be wrong. Um, about making sure that when you're, I guess, in a public setting, that you specify what you want on your plate or you make your own plate, because it could be considered low vibrational to just let anybody hand anything to you. And I get what she was trying to say, but I think the discourse is that the delivery was harsh. And if you're like supposed to be coaching someone and you're charging them all this money, it's like, I feel like there's a way to be honest without being maybe rude. And I think the delivery is like what was throwing people off. But also, like the food that she was talking about, she had the same food on her plate. It was just like not as much. So I don't know. I tried to explain that as politically correct as I could.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, what y'all think about it?
Well, I mean, I just think there's a better way to go about mentoring people. And that's what I wanted to ask you. Two things. Number one, what do you think about the idea of people? They act like they're trying to start a mentor business or a coaching, like a life coach, but the main thing that they're trying to do is make money off people paying for them to be their life coach. They're sending them all the same package, all the same like workbooks. Like there's nothing personalized about it. And number two, I could definitely see you going into mentorship or doing something for like younger children, maybe in the school system or after school or whatever. What would that look like for you? Because I don't see you being that type of coach.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can take the bird out of the magician's hat. You know what I mean? Like the rabbit's out the bag, but that's what I'm trying to do as far as my next business venture. Like start my mentorship back because I started it back 2019, and like I took some time away from it because I feel like I wasn't established as enough. But so yeah, like I'm coming back out like with my new mentorship, and that's the first time it's being heard is here. It's called Elevated Pinnacles Mentorship, where long story short, like a pinnacle is basically like a peak, and and I understand like with my life, I'm never too comfortable. Like I never like reach a point, and it's just like okay, I'm cool here. You know what I mean? And I just go down like nah. Like I keep on elevating that pinnacle. Like I keep on elevating that point. Like there's no roof. Like there's no ceilings. There's no limits. So I just keep on breaking through that barrier and just reach a new peak, and just keep on going up and up. So it may go over some people's heads, but like just elevating that pinnacle is just like that's just me. Like so I just want to just be able to give to the world as far as like a mentorship. Like there ain't no limits to this. Like whoever gives me the opportunity to mentor them, that would be my main thing. Just understanding like there ain't no limits. Like we're gonna keep on going up, and I'm gonna make sure you keep on going up. But as far as that situation, like you do have some people who do it for the money. You know what I mean? And like the money is cool and all, but at the same time, me personally, it's all about that impact. You know what I'm saying, and like that inspiration. So like if you're really not inspiring people, you're not impacting people, and that's just lame to me. Like you doing it for the wrong intentions, and like a lot of people's intentions just be so unauthentic. Like it don't be pure at all. So with her, like I don't really know her personally, but when I seen that video, like I kind of like instantly cut it off because like the what people was talking about on it was just like, man, what is she talking about? You know what I mean? But I can understand what she means, but at the same time, like a lot of people like mistake like spirituality and low vibration and stuff like for the wrong things. I think she just made that up. Like some of it was just like, wait, man, what? That's just like if you at a cookout or like you at Christmas dinner, your grandmother she makes you a plate. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like my nana, like she makes my plate like at functions like that. And that's just who she is. So does that make me a low vibrational person? You know what I mean? So it's just weird. But as far as like the mentorship and everything, like for anybody who's trying to do stuff like that, like you got to be able to know what you're talking about and be impactful. Like, and I mean, I'm cool with having multiple people, and that's what I want to do. But I want to be more present, like having that connection. Because I mean, as a mentor, you want to make sure that whoever you're mentoring, that they feel like they are connected to you. Like it ain't hard for them to get a hold of you. It ain't like y'all don't have no communication. It's just like I just throw you some stuff and then you just do what you do. Like nah, like I want to make sure like if anything, like I would just want to be a motivator, your accountability partner, and at the your mentor, but really most importantly, just your friend and just making sure like you good. So that's really like what I'm trying to do is and of course I'm trying to push it like to kids too, like down the line because I got a lot of big things coming up. Like I feel like in my life with what I'm trying to do, like trying to build stuff like as a pipeline from like schools all the way into like their actual career path. So yeah, it starts somewhere. So yeah, I feel like it's a good start.
Um, are you trying to mentor middle school, high school, college? Like, what's the age?
Uh, like right now, like really more so like mentoring like people of like really any age, like really trying to lead people to the right direction as far as guidance. And I feel like we all at certain points of our times need guidance. Like nobody has it all figured out. You know what I mean? Like as far as anything, like when we first came into UK, like I mean, I knew what I wanted to do as far as my degree, but I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people coming into college or just really any part of life, like they don't know exactly what they want to do. So like right now, I just want to start off like with people like around like my age, a little bit younger, eh, older, like you know what I mean. So just to introduce them to a lot of different things as far as investing, um, as far as they're trying to find balance, their mental health, their spirituality, their regular health, as far as like just different stuff. You know what I mean? Like and just help them understand like trying to break that barrier of how they're looking at life. If they're looking at life just a little bit, just like not the way that I would look at it, and not necessarily me trying to like change somebody's perspective, but more so just understanding like if you want something different out of life, let me show you how. Let me try to help you understand like the ways to get there. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a millionaire but you don't know what path you want to take, that's where I want to help you trying to find like your new passions, and the ways where you can do with your new passions and just invest along the way. Investing just not even just with money, just within your health, your spirituality, your mental health, and just different stuff like that. So yeah.
Now, are you going to create courses, books?
So I'm really trying to be like a lot hands on as far as like courses, workbooks. I guess I can just go ahead and throw this out there too. But I got my new book coming soon, How to Boss Up Value Two, and I feel like that's gonna be way better than Value One. So like that's really for anybody who kind of like don't necessarily like not too sure about the mentorship, you know, just trying to give them some game where I can just put that out and they read it, they like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
But as far as like the mentorship, just having like just a nice catalog of stuff, like because not only like do I want you to be connected with me, I want you to be connected with the people who I'm also connected with. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I feel like that can take people like a long way. You know what I mean? So it honestly just depends on the person, but really like my main goal is just being able to make sure that they satisfied at the end, because I wanted to be like a 2.5 month mentorship, but we locked in forever. You know what I mean? Like we connected forever, and as long as I know that you're satisfied and you're doing what you wanted to do, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? That's what keeps me going. So yeah.
Um, did you ever do anything like Black Achievers or Men Equality? Because I was just thinking back to Louisville. Like, would you take it back to Louisville first because you have like a base there, Central, anything like that?
Yeah, most definitely. Because you know it's so crazy. Like I did Black Achievers probably for like 2 weekends. You know what I mean? And like I wasn't really into it at that time. I think I was a sophomore when my mother was trying to make me do it. And I didn't want to do it, you know what I mean? And I wanted to play basketball. And so I really found a way out of like not doing it by playing basketball. So when I look back at it now, like I really wish I would have did it. You know what I mean? Because it is beneficial, but also I understand why like any child at that age would be like, man, I want to do something fun.
Mhm.
But like, you know, as kids, we don't really think about the stuff that we think about now. You know what I mean? Like we want to think about stuff that's fun, but like people don't like kids don't understand like that adult fun is way funner than that kid fun. You know what I mean? Like being an adult and you do some fun stuff like is much different. But yeah, I do want to bring it back home, like back home to Louisville, like where I'll create different programs. Um, Most definitely with Central. And you know, like my love for technology, like soon, I ain't gonna say soon, probably like down the line, like I want to have my own technology company and really just build a program through Central, like where it's like a pipeline, you know what I mean, from Central, I mean from high school to college. Like I do want to start my own institution, like business and engineering institution. So I feel like it'll be a nice little pipeline and just really understand it. Uh, like, cause there's some smart people, especially out of Louisville, but not even just in Louisville, but around the whole world. Like some of these kids are really smart, but I feel like they just don't have those resources. You know what I mean? And if I can be the one to provide them resources, I feel like my life would be set from there. So yeah.
Glad to hear that, and we know that if anyone can do it, you can. You can go, Ruth.
I appreciate that.
Where can people sign up to reach out to you though? Like a website, your email?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like it's still like in the works, everything, you know, as far as the mentorship. Like I'm trying to have it like set to drop like on New Year's Day, as long along with my book too. But anybody can reach out to me like on Instagram, any social media platform, you know, King underscore Gibbs 23 on Instagram and King Gibbs 23 on Twitter. But anybody can reach out to me. That's one thing that nobody can take from me, like that nobody can hit me up or ask me about nothing. Like I feel like my main thing, like I want to put as many people on as possible because like why not? You know what I mean? And like those powerful people, you know what I mean? Like those elite people, like that's what they do. You know what I mean? So if I can put them on to the knowledge that I have that they got, you know, like so they can benefit off of it too. I most definitely would do that. So because I know that I'm a benefit off of it. So then I'll be wrong to keep it to myself. So yeah. So you know, anybody can hit me up, ask me questions or anything. So yeah.
Did you have anything else you want to let us know or speak on, or?
Uh Most definitely just be on the lookout, you know, as far as like the mentorship and the book and everything. But like that is my next business venture. Like the just the bone with kicks with the shoes and the shoe stuff, you know what I mean? Like that will forever be me. You know, that's where like I started like with a lot of different things. That's where I started with my entrepreneurship like venture. But you know, as far as life, when it comes to life, it's all about growth and divine timing. So as I was ending like my last semester, that's when I really just fell out of love with it. Like I would forever love it, but I'm just not in love with it. Like, yeah, you know, when I think about it, I just think about that line from Drake. I can't even think what song it was. He said, "The moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it." And you know, I did my time and I had a great run, but it's time to move on. And I feel like that was just God telling me, like man, I got something bigger for you. You know what I mean? Like I'm making you not love this as much anymore because I got something bigger for you to love, and that's gonna benefit for you. So just really just me just I think it's my time to really start impacting others. You know what I mean? Instead of just making people happy by putting some new shoes on their feet. You know what I mean? Like I want to like really try to change people's lives. And most definitely these kids, man. Like when I look at these kids, I just see me in them. And it's so like the circle of life has just been kicking my butt lately. Like it's just like I mean, I was you not too long ago, and I feel like I ain't never really had that hero of who I'm trying to become. You know what I mean? Like, of course, like my father and everything, like yeah, but I'm just trying to be something so big to where it's just like people will remember me for sure.
Mhm.
You know, so like for a positive reason too, for sure. So yeah, so anything for the kids. Yeah.
Definitely always keep us in mind for any type of mentorship thing. I love those types of things, but yeah, And I guess so. Are we like closing the chapter on Just a Bum with Kicks, or we're just transitioning on to the next?
It's I wouldn't quite say like it's still active just a little bit, but I'm not as active in it. You know, I guess I got my brother Eric doing his thing with it, but it's just all just about just moving on. You know what I mean? Like you can't do the same thing forever. You know, so you know it's just what it is. It's hard. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking, but at the same time, like with time and everything and understanding how just life goes, like that's when you get to understanding like it's probably best that I just move on,
Mhm.
you know. So
Bigger and
so
better. Let's go.
yeah, you know, you feel me? Yeah, so big better. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it and I'm just excited for it, you know, as I get older. So I'm excited, especially for like the next business venture, which is gonna be like the technology stuff. So so yeah. It all ties in with each other. It's like it's crazy, but that's what I love about it.
Hey, thanks for sharing so many encouraging words and reminding everyone to stay patient, especially with everything that's going on. And congrats again on graduating
I
as
appreciate it.
Black UK alumni to add to the
You feel me?
party.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm Louisville made, you know, I'm a Cardinal forever, but you know, I had to go do my thing somewhere else. But you know, it's all love, yeah. Black alumni, you feel me, from the UK. I'll take that.